Okay, so here I'm at the front of the car. So when I was doing some troubleshooting over the last few days, I didn't see any leakage at all from around the water pump. All the hoses, checked all the different hoses as the car was running at operating temperature. Everything was hot. Hose here, the radiator to the thermostat was hot, and couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Didn't have a jack to get up on the car, floor jack, so I tried to just eyeball it and couldn't figure it out. So finally today, I drove it up the road, and up a pretty good sized hill, and got out, raised the hood, and sure enough, I was getting the antifreeze pouring out of the overflow. Okay, and another thing too is as I'm letting it idle here, let me rev it up a little bit. Is I've got this hose right here under the thermostat, and it occasionally it will kind of move, kind of throb. You can hear it, and you can actually see it down here towards the bottom. So I'm not exactly sure what that means, but that hose would actually visibly almost bubble and make a sound. So maybe you guys can give me a little hint on that. I don't know, maybe you can see it a little bit closer. It's almost like throbbing, almost looks like a vein or an artery. Some liquid moves through it, moving a little bit. And the hose is quite hot, so not sure. It had a new thermostat put on it about 6 months ago in November, and this is May. And when it had a head gasket and new spark plugs and several things done to it, but I'm definitely losing coolant. Now I do have an issue here with the coolant cap that I'll show you here when the car cools down. It is cracked a little bit, so I'm thinking it may be that. The fans are both working. The radiator fan, both of the fans in the radiator are working. There's no debris. It's cleared. And just noticed here a few minutes ago that this hose here was doing like the throbbing thing. It's very hot. So I'm not sure if it's a thermostat issue. So after it cools down, I'll let you take a look at the cap and maybe get some, hopefully you can give me some ideas. Okay, so I let the car cool down quite a bit, and I'm going to take the radiator cap off and show you what I mean, that it's sort of damaged. It's cooled down probably 15-20 minutes. Still going to use a rag here to open it just in case. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. I live beside a road. It gets obnoxious at times. But okay, so I'm releasing the pressure on the. Yes, it is middle of May in Kentucky, and yes, I do have on gloves, and also I have on a jacket and a toboggan. It's quite cold today. Well, not quite cold. It's cold enough to wear a toboggan, jacket, and gloves. The gloves are partially to keep my hands clean. So you see here, okay, so it's a pressure cap. See here, it's broken. So as far as I know, it's never been changed. Possible, but it's been that way for. I got this car off my mom. Bought it off her a couple years ago. She had it 4 or 5 years, and she bought it used. And I know it's been that way for a few years, and we never had any issues with coolant. So I'm suspecting that's not the issue, but just wanted to kind of give you an idea. I plan on going ahead and replacing this anyway because it needs it. It's cheap. But just wanted to let you know, maybe getting a little bit of air here on this edge, so I'm not sure how that might affect it. Anyway, I'm going to be replacing that 15 psi, so I'm going to replace that as part of my fixing my issue. I won't take it off right now because it's still under pressure, but and you need a screwdriver to get under there. But I just wanted to show you how it is cracked here. I mean, there's really no visible entry points into the overflow itself, or the tank itself. And of course this car doesn't have an actual radiator cap. This is the only one it has. So just wanted to show you guys that and get your input on it. Any suggestions as to what might be the antifreeze problem, or the overheating problem, or the coolant, I should say coolant system leak problem? Thanks a lot.